Good morning.
Good morning, ma'am.
Good morning. One second. Siddhant. 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 Siddhant, did you get the remaining ones? Up to 6 you have solved, right? Yesterday evening. Did you get the remaining ones? Very good. No doubts, right? Okay.
Ma'am, what if I did none of them?
That is expected from you, no, Shaurya?
Good morning, ma'am.
Good morning. Good morning. Uh, no, what I'll do is I'll give you enough time. I don't have any problem. I'll give you certain date. Yes, on that date, I want your complete folder with be ready. No, I think if I'm not wrong, who has done, if I'm not wrong, they should upload 4, right? First is the running notes one. Next is the distance and displacement numericals one, which I have sent you, unsolved questions. That one, and one more running notes where we have done numericals in the class, if I'm not wrong. Am I right?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, that is the third one. Fourth one is yesterday's one. Yesterday's numericals, 2 worksheets. The first one which I have given with 11 questions and the second one which I have given with 10 questions. Yes. And how many till now? Did you count? I didn't count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let me count again. First is the basic first class running notes. Second is the distance and displacement numericals, which I gave. And the third one is the distance and displacement numericals, which we solved in the class. Third one. Fourth one and fifth one will be yesterday's worksheets. Yes, so totally 5 I should get. Yes, total 5. I'll give you time after my classes. I'll give you time up to May 7th. Yes, on May 7th, I'll catch all you people. I want each and every folder. You can learn, I think, how to upload in Google Drive. It's not that you can't learn. If you don't know, tomorrow I'll share the screen and I'll show how to upload your files in a drive, how to create a folder. If you want, I'll explain you. If you don't know, please let me know. And I don't think it's a rocket science. Am I right, Triti? That you can't learn how to, you can just go to YouTube and you watch daily many videos, right? Unnecessary videos. Yes, you can watch one useful video of this and learn how to upload. On May 7th, I should get till now 5. I'll be giving more 5. All the 10 in the drive by May 7th. Yes, I gave you May 7th because I'll be leaving only 5 till now, 5 more. Clear? Yes, till now 5. I think in the meanwhile, you can finish this 5 because Siddhant, the work I have given Siddhant. Siddhant, even you will learn how to upload it. Arey, listen. You send me directly that you are doing daily. I know that, but you will upload in Drive. You will learn. Okay? If you don't. No problem. No problem. I know your process is so long, but still you get. Let it be. No, we are sharing videos only in Google. Yes, you can send it to my mail if you want. No problem. You have my mail ID. No issues. Okay. Done. Did you want to say something? No. Okay. Fine. Yes. 10:03. We'll wait for 1 more minute and we'll start. And one more thing. Today I'm going to keep you people for more time because from tomorrow I can't take any extra time after 10:45 11 because from tomorrow I have 9B at 11. So that is the reason today I'll cover maximum because tomorrow I have 9B, day after I have 9B, from Monday I have 9B and 10A. So I can't take on from Monday. So whatever I have to do up to Sunday itself because from Monday I'll be torturing both of them 10A and 9B. Done. So if possible, I may call you on Saturday also. Yes, because I will leave you people by 31st. If you cooperate with me up to 31st, I'll not disturb you from May 1st. Okay, so it depends on how you attend so that I can complete because I don't want to disturb you from May 1st. I want to disturb only 9B and 10A. Done. So 31st is falling on Sunday? No. What is the date today? 28, 29, yes. No, Saturday. Yes, so Saturday also I will take if needed. It will be needed, I know that. If not needed, we
Ma'am,
can't come
April
on
has 30
Saturday.
days, ma'am. Ma'am, April
30
has
days.
30
Okay,
days.
April, no? So 30th is on Saturday, if I'm not wrong.
Ma'am, first is on Saturday.
First is on Saturday, then no, first May 1st holiday, no, but for us no holiday. We will join and we'll complete. Kitina, we don't want to join on Saturday, then join from June 1st. However, I'm not going to leave you. If not now, from June 1st. If Monday I can't take, I'll take from June 1st. Fine, no? That's just good deal. Yes. From June 1st, I'll catch you again. Because what is the problem is you have exams from June 21st. And syllabus is also out. Akshita has sent me yesterday. It's motion, matter in our surroundings, and if I'm not wrong, from bio, it's this cell. This cell, three chapters. And paper is not prepared by our branch. That also I'm telling you first itself. Paper is not prepared by our branch. Okay, so prepare well. So that is the reason what I'm telling you people. We have 2 weeks before PT exams, if I'm not wrong. In the month of June, we have 2 weeks before PT exams where I can teach you. I get 4 periods after school reopens. That 4 periods will go only for numericals revision. Clear? That 4 periods will strictly go for numerical revision. The 2 days which I get before your PT exams. Yes, so that is the reason we have to complete whole syllabus before June 7th, so that we can do only revision there. However, I'll call you on Saturdays. That's a different story. Okay, done. So let's quickly start with the acceleration. Yes, quickly. No, Siddharth, for grade 9 and 10 school reopens from June 7th. For other grades, it's from June 14th. Okay, if needed, I'll call you before June 7th, in between 1 to 7. Done? Clear? Fine. Yes, Siddhant, let's start now with acceleration and 21st. 21. I don't know. I'm a very wrong person to ask. Okay, I don't know. Okay, let's start with acceleration. Yes, we'll complete acceleration in 10 to 15 minutes because graphical representation, I want to give more time. When we are doing graphical representation, you will write along with, because it's very important to understand. And I'm telling you once again, 6 to 7 marks is compulsory from graphical representation. Okay, minimum 5 to 6 marks. Mostly long question will come from graphical representation or equations of motion, most probably. So graphical representation is a compulsory question. Keep a 5 star for that. If it is 80 marks paper, you get 8 marks from that chapter. Because it's a 40 marks format, minimum 5 marks you will definitely get. Yes, where will you be getting the questions? That I will tell you. Okay, don't worry. Okay, done. Clear? We need not wait for anyone more, I think. Yes, I log the meeting at 10 and let it be. Any problem. Siddha, no, you mute Siddha. Let me finish. No. You have Ambalika ma'am's number, right? After this class, call her and ask. Then she will forward your call to principal. Enjoy. Why? What will I do in that? I'll be the happiest person if exams are late because I can complete my syllabus. So I'm not the right person, Siddharth. I can't help. Okay. And for Siddhant Kumar Patel, they'll not change, no? You and me are not that big VIPs that they'll change for us. Let's start with the acceleration. Okay.
Did we complete acceleration?
I think, this slide needs some more explanation, Dheeraj, actually. And there are some more things which I need to tell about acceleration. When you do the numericals, actually, it is little different in acceleration, how to take initial velocity and how to take the final velocity. That is the reason. And one more, I didn't do the instantaneous speed, the definitions. No, I'll do that also. Yesterday, I think in the worksheet, that question was given regarding instantaneous speed. I'll do that also. Okay. Up to 10:30, we'll finish this 10:25, 10:30. Then we'll go for someone please mute. Yes, yesterday I told you what is the acceleration. Please mute, or else I will mute. Who is talking? Afifa, please mute Afifa. Okay, I'll mute, no problem. Yes, yesterday I gave a brief introduction about what is acceleration. Yes, what is acceleration? Where do we use acceleration? One question I want to ask, one second. Kaushik, unmute. Kaushik, in vehicles you have accelerator, right? Accelerator. Yes or no? Yes or no?
Yes, ma'am.
I'm asking, yes, what will that do? What is the use of that accelerator?
Ma'am, to
What will
increase the speed of the vehicle.
to increase the speed of the vehicle? Very good. To increase the speed of the vehicle. So very simple, no? You are changing the speed or velocity of the vehicle by using accelerator. So acceleration means change in velocity. Now you people will be in a very wrong perception. I will tell you what is that. Okay, a car is traveling with a velocity. I'll give you a small example. For example, in the exam, if this, please listen this very carefully. In the exam, if they say a car is starting from rest, clear? Because acceleration is change in velocity divided by time. You should know initial velocity, you should know final velocity, right? Now if they give in the question a car is starting from rest, then what will be the initial velocity of that vehicle?
Ma'am, 0.
Very good, it's zero. Very, very, very important to understand. If any object or body is starting from rest, its initial velocity is zero. So initial velocity will become by default zero. They need not give you initial velocity in the numerical if they are saying that body is starting from rest. Okay, you don't get confused. You don't search for initial velocity in such cases. Please don't do that. If they say an object is starting from rest, initial velocity will become zero. Final velocity, they'll definitely be 1 second. Please let me finish. Okay, final. Siddharth, wait, let me complete. Okay, you asked me, I'll definitely take, but let me finish. Okay, final velocity they have to give because a body is starting from rest and attaining a velocity of 30 meters per second. Then your initial velocity will become zero, final velocity will become 30 meters per second. That is fine. Now, one more thing. Now, what is the case if the question is like this? A body has started with initial velocity of 50 meters per second, body has traveled and body has come to rest. Then what will be the initial velocity they have already given? Body is starting from a velocity of 50 meters per second. That will be your initial velocity. Now your object is coming to rest. Then what will be the final
acceleration
velocity?
Will decrease, right?
Acceleration will decrease. That is there, Praveen. That is a different case. I'm asking if the object or vehicle is coming to rest, what will be your final velocity? Object is coming to rest. What? Yes, someone said something.
0.
Very good. It should be zero. It should be zero. These two things are very, very, very important when you are doing numericals. If you are taking running notes, please make a note. When a body is starting from rest, its initial velocity will be zero. If the body is coming to rest at the end, then its final velocity will become zero. Yes, in exam, they need not give final velocity if the body is coming to rest. In exam, they need 1 second. Wait. Okay, in exam they need not give you initial velocity if the object is starting from rest. Clear? Very, 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 very important. Very important. Okay, two more things I'll tell you, Siddhant. Later I'll take your doubt. Now these two things, what I told now. Okay, now two more things I'll tell you. There is one more twist here. Now what is the other cases which you need to understand even for the Newton's laws of motion is object has started, it is moving, it is gaining. So object has started at imagine for example, I'll take one person, it will be very easy for me, very easy for me. Yes, take it some running race. Okay, and Mahi has started running. Okay, Mahi has started running. So her initial velocity, no, what I'm doing is I don't want acceleration of Mahi from her initial position. I don't want her acceleration from the initial position. For example, Mahi has run. Okay, she ran for 10 minutes. She ran for 10 minutes. I want acceleration of Mahi between 2 seconds and 4 seconds. Understood? I want acceleration of Mahi between 2 seconds and 4 seconds. What should I do? What should I do? Yes. Final velocity of Mahi at 4th second minus initial velocity of Mahi at 2 seconds divided by 4 seconds minus 2 seconds. Delta V by delta T. Am I right? Am I right? Yes. Am I right or not? You do like that, right? You know what is delta V by delta T? Change in velocity divided by change in time. That is your formula of acceleration. Now, please write the formula of acceleration. Never 1 second. The exact formula of acceleration is not change in velocity by time. I don't agree with that formula. The exact formula should be acceleration is equal to delta V by delta T. Yes, that is the exact formula of acceleration. 1 second, Siddhant, 1 second. I'll repeat for you. Just give me 1 second. So please make a note, because I feel this is the correct formula. Yes, acceleration is equal to delta V by delta T. Final velocity minus initial velocity divided by final time minus initial time will give the exact acceleration of any body which is moving. Clear? Yes, that is the correct formula, because change in time, it is not time, it is change in time, because I'm calculating it from certain time to certain time. So I will tell you that. I'll tell, don't worry. I'll frame that sentence, don't worry. Okay. Okay. Okay, right. Okay. If a body is starting from rest, write very quick. Everyone who didn't write can write. If a body is starting from rest, if a body is starting from rest, if a body is starting from rest, its initial velocity is 0. Its initial velocity is 0. Okay. Then if a body is starting from rest, its initial velocity is 0. Final velocity will be given in the question. Okay. If the body or object or vehicle, anything, is coming to rest, is coming to rest at the end, is coming to rest at the end, then its final, if a body is coming to rest, okay, if the body is coming to rest, its final velocity will become 0. Clear? Acceleration is yes, Nandini, tell me.
Formula one more time.
Yeah, Nandini, I'll repeat. If a body is starting from rest, its initial velocity will become 0.
No,
Yes,
the
formula of acceleration, Nandini.
Yes,
Okay, acceleration is equal to delta V divided by delta T. Okay, acceleration is equal to delta V divided by delta T. That is equal to final velocity minus initial velocity. 1 second. Final velocity minus initial velocity divided by final time minus initial time.
okay.
Siddhant, that formula is fine when you are writing theory. That formula will confuse you when you are doing numericals. That is the reason I am telling you this formula. Understood? I am not saying that formula is wrong. Delta is the difference. Siddhant, delta is the difference between two terms.
Ma'am, can you just repeat the formula once more, please?
Yes, delta V by delta T. That you wrote, Praveen? Acceleration. Siddhant, at 10:30 I'll be sharing the whiteboard from other device. At that time you ask me. Okay, if you don't know
Delta
that,
V.
Delta V divided by delta T. Siddhant, today the worksheet which I'm sending, the formula will be there. Don't worry. Okay, acceleration is equal to delta V by delta T. Okay,
Yes, ma'am.
delta
Thank
V
you.
divided by delta T. Done. Okay, delta is the difference. Siddhant, nothing much to understand there. Initial, final minus initial. What do you want to note it down? Final velocity minus initial velocity divided by final time minus initial time. Done? And for calculation purpose, it will be easy, Siddhant, if you want to follow whatever you follow. I don't have any problem. Okay. Siddhant, you follow the textbook formula, please. Done. Okay. Now let's come to Siddhant. What should I tell for delta, Siddhant? I'm not getting it. I'll give you the worksheet. Leave it for now. Okay. Now I have one thing here. I'll ask one of you to help me out how to do this. Okay. I'll take one of you. Shaurya, unmute.
Yes, ma'am.
Shaurya, I have one problem here. Yes.
Yes, ma'am.
I'm saying acceleration is change in velocity, right? I'm saying
Yes.
acceleration. Shaurya, I'll take you as example. I'll give you one scenario. Help me out.
Yes,
Okay.
ma'am.
Shaurya, you have started from rest. You have.
Yes.
I didn't have the formula with you. Please try to help me out. You have started from rest. Okay. So
Yes,
your
ma'am.
initial velocity will be
Yes.
0.
Ma'am.
yes. So
Yes, ma'am. 0.
you are walking now. You are walking. So you attain a velocity of 30 meters per second. Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
In attaining this velocity, Shaurya, you took 2 seconds.
Yes,
Understood?
ma'am.
From rest position
Yes.
to attain a velocity of 30 meters per second, you took 2 seconds. Calculate the velocity
Yes,
and
ma'am.
tell me. Calculate the velocity right now and tell me. Others can also do along with Shaurya. I'm telling you the scenario once again. Body has started from rest. Shaurya has started from rest. He attained a velocity of 30 seconds. Yes, to attain the velocity, he has taken 2 seconds. So time will be 2 seconds. Now calculate and tell me. It should not take more than 30 seconds even to get this answer.
Ma'am, is
Final
it
velocity
28?
minus what, Ravit?
Ma'am, is it 28?
Why will it be 28? I said he started from rest. He attained a velocity of 30 meters per second in 2 seconds.
Even 15.
Was it
That's
15?
it. 15. That's it. What is the what did I tell you the formula? Final velocity minus initial velocity divided by change in time. What is final velocity of Shaurya? 30. 30 minus 0 divided by 2, 15 meters per second. Simple. Now my problem is not that. My problem is not that. Shaurya, take yourself. Shaurya. Now the problem is, Shaurya, you are walking. Shaurya, now you are already walking.
Yes,
You
ma'am.
are already in motion. Your velocity is 50 meters per second. Okay. Now when I gave you as reference to your classmates, I am telling that Shaurya is walking at a speed of 50 meters per second. Fine. So Shaurya's initial velocity will be 50 meters per second. No. Because
Yes, ma'am.
I already told you that Shaurya started from 50 meters per second. Now I'm saying that he started walking with a velocity of 50 meters per second. He got tired. His velocity reduced. Okay, his velocity reduced to 30 meters per second in 5 seconds. His velocity reduced to 30 meters per second. Understanding, from 50 is initial. His velocity reduced to 30 in 5 seconds. In 5 seconds. Now give me the answer. Now give me the answer. 50
Minus
to 30 in 5
Minus
seconds.
4? Or minus
Very
3?
good. Minus 4. Yes. Minus 4. Yeah, fine. 20 divided by
Ma'am,
5.
what is the units for acceleration?
I'll tell you. I'll tell you. I'll tell you that. You tell me what should be the unit.
Ma'am, can
What
I
should
say?
be the... Yes, please say.
Ma'am, s power minus 2.
Very good. Meter per second square. 1 second. 1 second. Siddhant. There I'll come to the units. Let me finish that. Why did we get minus there? 1 second. Okay. Sorry, Siddhant, 1 second. Let me come, because this is very... Wait. Wait. I'm telling you that one. Wait. No. Wait. Yes. Dheeraj, why did you get minus, Dheeraj?
Ma'am, because he reduced.
Reduced. So how to calculate? Delta V divided by delta T. Final is 30. So 30 minus 50,
Minus 50.
divided by 5. So 30 minus 50, because minus 50 has minus, so it should be
Plus
minus
20 by
divided
5.
by
4 minus.
So that is fine. Sure, that is fine. My problem is not that. What is this minus indicating here? What
Ma'am,
is
that
the
my speed is
negative?
decreasing. That my
Very
speed is
good.
decreasing.
Very good. Negative sign here is indicating that velocity is reducing. Now, Shaurya, can I use the same word acceleration? No. When this,
No.
no, that is the problem. In your textbook, he did, I don't know whether he has mentioned, but if the if the velocity is reducing, you don't call it acceleration. You call it as deceleration or retardation. Understood? If the velocity is increasing, you are calling it as acceleration. But for Shaurya, the velocity is decreasing. It was not increasing. From 50, it has become 30. In this case, you call it as Shaurya is decelerating, or Shaurya's velocity is retarding. Yes, this concept where the velocity of a body is reducing with respect to time, you call it as deceleration or retardation, and deceleration or retardation will always be negative. Understood? Very, very important MCQ question. Deceleration or retardation will always be negative because why? Because final velocity will be less, no? So final velocity minus initial velocity will always get it in negative only. Understood? So whenever you are, it is retardation. Now, for example, I'll give you why to learn this. So in the exam, if they give you a numerical, if he is asking you retardation in the numerical, if in the options you have only one negative symbol number, it's very simple. No, you need not even calculate over there.
Ma'am, deceleration.
What, Praveen?
Ma'am, can you repeat the word again?
Deceleration. DE. Okay, just what you will do is, instead of AC, you will put DE. That's it. Oh, no. Wait 1 second. Only remove A here. Instead of A, put DE. Instead of A, put DE, it will become deceleration. Okay, instead of A, put DE. DECCELERATION. One more, if this is becoming complicated, Praveen, take it as retardation. It will be more easy for you. If the word deceleration is becoming complicated, just use retardation. Fine. Acceleration opposite is retardation. What, Dheeraj?
Only one C in
Only
one
one C. Yeah, only one C. That is the first what I told was correct, if I'm not wrong. Yes. Okay. Deceleration or retardation. Very good. Coming to that. Non-uniform acceleration is different, Siddhant. I didn't come to it. Next, I'll discuss that one step by step. Okay, clear? Okay, next topic. Siddhant, I can't repeat all the points right now. What should I do? I have to repeat from the starting now. Go now. Okay, I'll tell you at the end. You stay back. Siddhant, I will send you. Don't worry. Okay, relax. I will send everything what it is in the class. Okay, Riya, you are asking something.
Mom, were you recording this?
Siddhant, I will send. Okay, don't make me short, please. Yes, Riya.
Mom, were you recording the session like from the start?
I didn't. Should I? From
Mom,
tomorrow. I'll
you
record.
should have. Mom, I joined a bit late.
Yeah, I have seen that. From tomorrow. Siddhant, send it to Riya. Send. Very good. Send it to me. I'll share it to Riya. Okay. Riya, very good. Thanks to Siddhant. I'll share it to you. Okay. Done. Okay. Clear with this retardation concept. Okay. Decrease in velocity. Now, why I'm showing this slide from yesterday? I'll tell you what is the importance of this slide now. Regarding uniform acceleration, non-uniform acceleration, I'll explain you what is the difference. That is not a big problem actually. Now, what does this slide indicate? I am always saying that acceleration is change in velocity. Now, for example, I'll give you a small thing now. Riya, try to answer this. In the exam, he asked me to find out acceleration. Data is like this. You tell me whether the data is correct or not. Okay. The question is find out the acceleration. That is common. A body has started with a speed of 9 meters per second and attained a speed of 12 meters per second in 2 seconds. Now, if he's asking me to calculate acceleration, can't I calculate speed? In the exam, will you write that I can't do this numerical because he didn't give the velocity? Answer my question. In the exam, will you say that he didn't give me the velocity? In my class, my teacher said that acceleration is change in velocity divided by change in time. So I can't calculate acceleration because speed is given in the question.
We can, Mom. Mom, we can. Because
we can. Very good, yeah. That is the meaning of this slide. Acceleration doesn't mean only change in velocity. Acceleration is if it is change in speed also, you call it as acceleration. If it is change in only direction also, you call it as acceleration. Pravit, answer my question. Earth is revolving around the sun. Earth is revolving around the sun. Now, speed of Earth will never change, right? If speed of Earth is changing every year, we should not get 365 days. Am I right? Yes, the period of revolution should change. That is not happening means speed of Earth's revolution around the sun is always same. But I say that Earth is accelerating. Do you agree with that?
Yes, ma'am, to go around the sun.
Why? It is not changing speed. It is not changing speed. Why should I say Earth is accelerating? On what basis can I say? Very good, change in direction. That is the reason I say any object which is moving in circular motion or rotatory motion, by default it accelerates. By default it accelerates because an object can never move in circular motion without changing its direction. Now you tell me, is it practically possible for any vehicle not to accelerate?
No, ma'am, it's not possible.
Very good. An object, a vehicle, no, very good. I'll explain this point. Now, I'll take one of you as example and I'll tell you. Okay, example, Manvi has started from her home. Yes, she has started with a speed of 50 kilometers per hour. Okay, she's maintaining the same speed of 50 kilometers per hour till she reaches from Gachibowli to imagine high-tech city. Yes, now, even though Manvi is maintaining a speed of 50 kilometers per hour, I can't say Manvi is not accelerating because she's changing the direction. Understood the point? Understood? Yes, if Manvi's vehicle is changing direction means by default she is accelerating. Yes, by default she is accelerating if she is changing direction. Now, what if Manvi is going in a straight line? If Manvi is going in a straight line, she is not changing any direction and she is maintaining same 50 kilometers per hour, then Manvi is not accelerating. Am I right? Understood the difference? Understood the difference? Manvi Mishra is going in a straight road. I want her acceleration only in the straight road. She is moving at a speed of 50 kilometers per hour. She is not changing direction. Is Manvi accelerating?
No, ma'am. Ma'am, because
No.
she's only at 50 kilometers per hour, right?
And she's not even changing her direction. And she is not even changing her direction. Now, if Manvi has taken left, right, left, right, left, right, she's changing direction, or then she is accelerating. Understood? This is very, very, very important concept of acceleration. Very important. Yes, if she is changing direction, she is accelerating. She is accelerating. If you are going from Hyderabad to Bangalore, even though hypothetically you maintain 100 kilometers per hour, practically impossible not to accelerate, because you can't reach from Hyderabad to Bangalore without changing direction. Yes, Ria, you can ask.
Ma'am, actually, I wanted to tell you this. Ma'am, you told that Earth, while revolving or rotating, it
Yeah, my
doesn't.
example was very simple. My example was very simple. Earth is revolving
No,
around
ma'am,
the sun.
but I got it, ma'am. Ma'am, my point is, you told the speed won't change. But then while teaching non-uniform motion, you told that any vehicle moving in a circular path will always have a unbalanced speed. I mean, it will change. The speed will change, right? So won't that apply to Earth?
One second. Yeah, that case is different from this case. You know, that case I was talking about a athlete moving in a circular track. Yes, athlete moving in a circular track is different from a planet moving in its orbit. Am I right? Yes.
Yes,
Both are
ma'am.
different. Both are different. Okay. Clear with this? So change, acceleration will change if the speed changes, acceleration will change if the direction changes, acceleration will change if both of them change. Clear? Consequences in which acceleration changes, very, 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 very important. I can't say how much important acceleration is. Why shall I tell you? You can't understand Newton's laws of motion without acceleration. You can't understand gravitation chapter without acceleration, because in gravitation you have acceleration due to gravity. Unless and until you understand acceleration, you can't understand acceleration due to gravity. Very, 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 very important. One more thing, and many were asking me about lab manual. Yes, in term 1 syllabus, you don't have any experiment from physics in lab manual. So you don't have any work for physics for term 1, because the two activities which you have experiments, flotation is from gravitation, second part of gravitation, that is in term 2. Sound is also for term 2. So term 1, no work for physics. You play with your biology and chemistry. I don't have any work with you with the lab manual. So don't ask me about lab manual. Understood? I hope it's clear for everyone. No experiment is there for term 1 in physics. So you can chill and relax for physics. Okay, clear with the acceleration? There are 2 terms left. I'll just take 5 minutes to explain them. After that, this meeting will end. I'll join from a different device to teach you graphs. Yes, I will start graphs with a different thing. I hope you will enjoy it. Let's see this. Uniform. Siddhan, wait. Uniform and non-uniform. Siddhan, I have only 4 minutes, so let me complete uniform acceleration, please. Siddhan, you can ask in the next meeting, please. I am requesting you, please. Okay. Done. Okay. Uniform. Now I'll explain you very simple what is uniform acceleration. Now, acceleration, I'll take an example. Without examples, you can't understand. So this is what I believe in. Yes, so let's start with an example. Okay, Dakshish has started. He's going in a vehicle. Dakshish, your car velocity has, what happened is Dakshish started from 6 a.m. in the morning. 6 a.m. Okay. At 6 a.m. it was 30 kilometers per hour. Speed was. Okay. 7 a.m. 60 kilometers per hour. 8 a.m. 90 kilometers per hour. 9 a.m. 120 kilometers per hour. Dakshish, what is your observation in the change of speed? What did you observe? 6 a.m. 30, 7 a.m. 60.
The speed was just increasing.
Speed is increasing uniformly, right?
Yes.
30, 60, 90, 120. Am I right? Yes, his velocity is increasing. His velocity is increasing uniformly. Dakshish's vehicle is accelerating because velocity is increasing. This change in velocity, uniform change in velocity, is called uniform acceleration. Understood? I hope you got it. 6 a.m. 30 kilometers per hour, 7 a.m. 60 kilometers, 8 a.m. 90, yes, 10 a.m. So for every 1 hour, his increase in velocity is only 30 kilometers per hour. So he is accelerating at an uniform pace. Increase in speed is taking place only at a proper pace. Now, one more example. That's just same way. Now take one more scenario. 6 a.m. 30 kilometers per hour. Yes. 7 a.m. 45 kilometers per hour. Yes. 8 a.m. 110 kilometers per hour. 9 a.m. 75 kilometers per hour. 10 a.m. 10 kilometers per hour. 11 a.m. 12 kilometers per hour. Yes, speed is changing, increasing, decreasing, but not uniformly. That's it, am I right?
Yes,
That
ma'am.
is, your velocity is definitely changing. Your body is definitely accelerating. You are definitely accelerating as like before. But in this case, your change in velocity is not happening uniformly. It is so randomly happening. This case where the change in velocity is not uniform is called as non-uniform acceleration. I hope this is clear for you. Not more than this is needed for. I will tell you the in the graph part how to plot graphs for uniform and non-uniform acceleration. There I will take, but yes, Siddhant, Riya and Pravit are already raised their hand. I'll take it out. Deceleration, not deacceleration, deceleration. Siddhant, seriously, I don't remember. I have to go and check now. But you, Siddhant, if it is not there now, also it will be there in the next chapter. Because Newton's second law, you have to understand what is deceleration. So learn it now itself. Okay, whatever I'm telling Siddhant will be useful in some other chapter. So you don't worry, because this chapter will continue up to +2. So this is continuation chapter. This chapter continues. Okay, so clear with acceleration. I hope
Ma'am, I have a doubt.
yeah, I know that you people have the doubt. I don't have any problem in clearing the doubts, but I don't know when this meeting will end. It has 1 minute 12 seconds. Please join back again. Don't escape anywhere. I'll catch you. Okay, I can take one dot. I'll take Pravi's dot, Riya's and Utkar's dot. I'll take in the next class. Yes, Pravi, you can ask. Ask. Siddhant, I didn't tell your name. I think Pravi left. Siddhant, wait. Riya, ask your dot. Very. Siddhant, I already told that. Riya, please ask.
I forgot to lower my hand.
Okay, very good. Utkarsh, you are asking something?
No, ma'am.
Done. Everything is clear for everyone. I'll just end this meeting and I'll join from a different device to explain you graph. Okay. Please join back very quickly. Don't go anywhere. Hare Siddhant. Tell. I don't know, Siddhant. I have to search for my textbook now. It has been long time I saw grade 9 textbook. I'll see and I'll tell. Okay. I will search. I'll search. Hey, go now. Others can leave. Others. Anyone who has doubts can. Siddhant, except you, Siddhant. You keep quiet, Siddhant, please.
I had a doubt.
Okay. Anyone who has doubts can ask. Or I'll give you only 3 minutes. Okay, only 3 minutes, not more than that. No, I asked you people to join again. No?
Shall I ask?
1 second, I'll just put a message. Siddhant, what happened, Siddhant? Okay, I will do. Okay, don't worry. Anyone? Okay. Anyone who has doubt, please ask.
Ma'am.
If you don't ask, no, I'll ask you. Very simple.
Ma'am, I have a doubt.
Yes, dear.
Ma'am, so in that motion thing, ma'am, so from in 1 hour, if the acceleration increases by 30, and then other are again 30, and then the other are minus 30, then will that be uniform?
Come again.
No, like from 6 to 7 o'clock, it's 30 meters per second. Again, 7 to 8, it will become 60. And then again, 8 to 9, it's going to become again 30. So will that be
Very,
uniform?
very good question. Now you are asking me whether this is called as uniform acceleration. Dheeraj, first of all, it is not acceleration. So there is no question of uniform acceleration. Now when it is going from 30 to 60 and coming back to the 60 to 30, there itself it is indicating that it is not accelerating. Now where is the question of acceleration? It is not accelerating, first of all. Yes, so all those cases will push it under non-uniform default. Okay, all those cases will directly push them under non-uniform acceleration. Actually, no need to worry much because non-uniform uniform plotting graphs is not that much there for grade 9. But even though we have done last year, we had Spark no for grade 9. So we have done many things there. It was fun though, but this year that thing is not there. So we can leave those things, no problem. Okay. I said if you people don't have doubts, I will ask you something. No, I didn't say anything. Please leave it. Last year we discussed it in detail because it was there in Spark book for grade 9, but this year it's not. Graph. Let's quickly start with the graph. Once again, I'll ask you children whether you have understood or not. Hope you respond to me that you have understood. Because if you no, I don't have any problem if you people don't know the valence of oxygen, or you people don't know the valence of hydrogen. That's not a big case in your life. But if you don't know the basics that what you are doing in your daily life, then it is not good. Dhriti, am I right? Am I right? Yes, you might not know what is there in the nucleus, but you should know when you are moving what is happening for your body. When you are going to some place, what is happening to your vehicle. This is basic general knowledge. Yes, am I right? Am I right? You might not be knowing the Rutherford atomic model. That doesn't matter much in your life, if I'm not wrong. If I'm not wrong. No, that doesn't mean chemistry is not important. Yes, and I mean to say that you have to study physics and understand physics to understand your life. Yes, not for marks. Not for marks. If you really understand, marks will definitely come on the way. That is by default. Am I right, Riya? I think I am right. I think I am right. Because daily things will be moving. There will be many things going in your daily life. If you don't understand flotation, if you sink or fall in water, you don't know what is happening to your body, then no need to study science if you can't apply in your daily life. So please concentrate and try to understand all the concepts. That's what I meant to say. Now let's start with the graph. Yes, it's already 10:43. I know that. I told today I have to stretch my time because from tomorrow I can't take any extra time because I have grade 9. Clear? So, Siddhant, I'll mute everyone, please. Okay? Keep quiet now. No last thing. Keep quiet. I want to discuss graphs. I can't. Arva, any doubts? If these people respond only, I'll go forward. I'm sure. Okay, done. Yes, Arva, is it clear? Is it clear? Surya, is it clear? Surya. Siddhant, I said you will not speak for the next 5 minutes. This is whatever you take it. It's my order or request. Please be quiet. Please be quiet. Surya, are you there in the class? Arva, are you there in the class? If you people don't respond, I'll immediately call your parent right now in front of you. Surya, you are there. Thank you. Arva, are you there?
Yes,
Yes.
ma'am.
Very good. Yes. Meghna, are you there?
Yes, ma'am.
Manvi, are you there? Manvi.
Yes, ma'am.
Very good, Manvi. Yes. Who? Nandini?
Yes, ma'am.
Hasini?
Yes, ma'am.
Fiona? Fiona?
Yes,
Are you? Very good. Thank you so much for responding. Let's start. Okay. Now graph. Okay. Now I have a very simple doubt here. Now I'll take a very small example. Why do we need to study graph? Kiriam, we should get marks. That's not a difference. You need graph to understand your daily life. For example, I have a very simple. So that answer my question. I'll ask you a very simple question. Okay. So that I have a problem here. Okay. Imagine you have take any of your close friends. Okay. You both have the habit of discussing synopsis or analysis of any match you already watched yesterday. Okay, imagine you watched a match yesterday. You have the habit of discussing the analysis of the match with your friend. Usually you do, right? Usually you do that. Now, Silsila, my problem is you didn't watch match yesterday. Now you should give the impression in front of your friend that you watched everything. Understood? That is your target now. Surya, understood my question? Everyone try to concentrate on my thing. What I'm trying. Surya, is it clear? My question is clear. Sudhirda didn't watch IPL match yesterday. Okay. Now you will call Sudhirda to find out the analysis of the match yesterday to test whether he has seen or not. Right? To test whether he has watched or not. But Sudhirda didn't watch. Okay. But he knows that you will call him in 15 to 20 minutes. Now he can't watch. So yes, 1.5 hours plus 1.5 hours, okay, 3 hours. 3 hours of match in just 5 minutes and give you the analysis. So Sudhirda, what is your
I mean,
immediate
what's the analysis of the match, or what's the highlights of the match?
You will watch the analysis of the match in the form of what?
Graph.
And write the match, and then one we get a graph, neatly labeled graph. You know which over you have got how many runs in it.
It's hurting my ears.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Now, Sudha, if you see the graph, I'll tell for everyone. If you see the graph, you will know one second. If you see the graph, you will know in which over how many wickets have fallen. In which over, yes, the particular team has done more runs because the graph clearly indicates what. No, now I have one more doubt, no? Because Sudhir's audio is not good. Who watches cricket? Anyone can answer. Now, he's looking at the graph. Very good. Now, if he has to get the analysis of the graph, how should I plot this? How no? When will Sudhita get exact? 1 second. When will I get the exact information? What should be there on x-axis? What should be there on y-axis? If something is there on x-axis, 1 second, please. If something should be there on x-axis, why should it be there on x-axis? If something I'm taking on y-axis, why should I take that on y-axis only? Now you answer. I hope the question is clear. Sure, that numbers. Which numbers? No.
The overs on the x-axis, the runs on the y-axis.
Come again.
And the runs on the y-axis and the number of the overs on the x-axis.
Okay, very good. You be there. Okay, you are saying that overs on the x-axis, runs on the y-axis. Okay, I'll take it now. 0, 5, 5 to 10, 10 to 15, 15 to 20. Done? Yes. And runs on the y-axis, why overs on x-axis? Why can't I take overs on y-axis? This is my question. Why should I take overs on x-axis? Anyone can answer. Why? There should be some reasoning for everything, right? If you are taking overs, you should give the validation for that. Why should I take? I will take runs. Why can't I take? Why should I take overs only on it? Anyone who can answer this question, it's really appreciable now. Please answer. No, if you are taking something, you will not take it without any reason. So, why should I take overs? You will not Google anything now. Anyone will not Google anything.
I'm simple analysis.
Ria, what? No, you understand my question, right?
Like it's a bar graph.
No, you will take overs. Everyone knows that. No, people are not that foolish that they take like that overs on x-axis. They should have some reason. Anyone who can tell me the reason?
Ma'am, to make a clean representation.
No. Yes, Siddhant, I want only answer, no more questions. Please. That's not my question. Surya, that's not my question, right? My question is very simple. Why do you take overs on x-axis? Why can't I take overs on y-axis? That is my very simple question. If you can answer, always speak back. Why overs? These many matches you watched without knowing why are they taking overs on x-axis? Yes. Why? Answer. No, I'm not demanding you to answer. Very simple one. We are taking overs on x-axis because it's an independent variable. There is any match overs will not change, no? After 5th or 6th over only will come. After 6th, 7th over only will come. Then if it is an independent variable, always the independent variables will be taken on x-axis. And you did not understand, right? I hope you understood. Those who didn't understand, I'll tell you what is the independent variable. Now, 0 to 20 overs is common in every match. Am I right, Riya? Surya, am I right? 0 to 20 overs is common in every match. That will not change for any match. No, Dakshish, am I right? Correct me if I'm wrong. Yes, any 20-20 match will have 20 overs. That will not change. Can I say that is an independent variable? My number of overs will not change whether Bangalore is playing or whether Delhi is playing. It is an independent variable irrespective of the team which is playing. Dakshish, am I right? Pravit, am I right?
Ma'am, so basically what doesn't change will be in the x-axis.
That's it. Which is not dependent on any other quantity will be taken on x-axis, but runs will change depending on the team. Runs will change depending on the player. So number of runs scored by a player or scored by a team is a dependent variable because number of runs will depend on the bowler bowling. Number of runs will depend on the pitch you are batting upon different times. Am I right? Correct me if I'm wrong. Yes, you understood. This is you people plot graphs, but you never would have concentrated on the point that why is a certain quantity taken on x-axis. Yes, you should thank me for that. I'm teaching you graphs also. Okay, now understood what which should be taken on x-axis, which should be taken independent variables you will take on x-axis. Very good. I should go and jump. Siddhant, okay, you ask doubts irrespective of other people's mood and condition. You are an independent variable. Yes, others will not do like that because they understand they are dependent variable. I explained it right. Is the example perfect? Dependent variable are the other people in the class, and independent variable is you. Am I right? I hope I got it right. Yes. What did you ask? You tell me now, I'll answer.
From starting, he wants you to say the main point that you thought.
Main point is this only, Siddhant. Independent variable is that quantity which will not vary depending on other quantities. That's it. Right, Siddhant. Whatever examples I tell also you will write in the book.
Oh, ma'am, didn't you record the session from the start? Can't you just...
No, crazy thing is Siddhant is already recording the session. My examples are my examples. I'll not give the copyrights to anyone, so you will not record. Okay. Okay, putting jokes apart, let's quickly come. No, you understood which should be taken on X, which should be taken on Y. Now, why should we plot graph? What is the necessity of plotting any graph? Yes, for cricket you understood. Very good. Now, your class strength is 26, right? 26 or 27, not bothered much. Okay, 26, excluding Bhavya, 26. So now, help me out. You have written your PT exam. 26 children have written your PT exam for 40 marks. Yes. Now
all 26 children have written Bhavya's PT exam.
I told excluding Bhavya, 26 children have written. Okay. Now listen. Now what I'm saying is, you have written the exam. I have entered them. We have entered them. Now the problem is, principal called me and asked how many children got above 36. Okay, above 36. It's impossible for me to remember all the classes, right? In this class also, it's not possible for me to remember how many children got in the range of that particular marks. Now,
So you'll make a graph and keep it
that's
aside,
it.
and when principal ma'am
Okay,
asks you, you just open it.
we'll do one thing. No, we'll plot a graph and see how to plot a graph for you 26 students. We'll do it right now. You will also understand what is the advantage of graphs. Now,
Ma'am,
please
we
help
have
me
to
out.
find the graph book, ma'am.
No, I will draw it. You people just help me out if I'm not, if I'm wrong. Okay, very good. 26 children. 26 children. Okay, we'll make a range of marks. We'll make a range of marks. Okay, 0 to 5 I'll not take because you will not get 0 to 5. I'll take it from just 20 to 40 itself. Okay, because I know you're very good children, you will not fail. Okay, 20 to 25, 25 to 30, 30 to 35, 30 to 35, 35 to 40, not possible more than that. Okay, so now taking this as 30, 30, 31, that is your choice. I think you know in graphs, that is my choice, however I take. Okay, so 35 to 40.
Ma'am, so
Okay,
unit
now
will be 5 x-axis.
unit will be 5, scale will be 5 on the x-axis. Now, if I take here 20 to 25, 25 to 30, 30 to 35, 35 to 40, I'm not writing that, leave it. Now, for example, now this is 20 to 25, 25 to 30, 30 to 35, 35 to 40. 26 children. Now, here I will, okay, 1 second. Here I will take 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, whatever, up to 26. Up to 26, whatever. I need not take even up to 26 if I'm not wrong. Wait, I'll show you how to do this. 5, 6. Okay. Now, what will I do is in my class in grade 9A, 6 children got 35 to 40. Fine. 6 children got 35 to 40. Done. I'll plot it here. Understood?
I'm near the 35. You should go till 6 there.
I went no. This is 35 to 40. I went up to here. Done. If you want, I'll plot the coordinates also. Done. Done, no? So if I look at this graph, if principal asks me all of a sudden how many children in your class got 35 to 40, done, no? Looking at the graph, I'll say 6 children got.
Ma'am, you can say 6.
Simple. 6. I can say 6 children got. Very simple. Now 20 to 25, 4 children got. I'll put it here. I'll put 20 to 25.
Now the graph is wrong. Everyone get if each section also has 7
Siddhant, what Siddha told is correct because I have to leave proper space here also. Siddha, I know that. But for saving time for this purpose, I'm doing it like that. I understood your point. Okay. So now what you can't take it like that. No, scale should be uniform. Understood? 20, yes, 20, 25, 30. But that is not a case here. This is it. That will not matter much. I'll tell you why later. Only thing I'm trying to explain you people here is graph will give you the simple representation of the data. So it's done. Leave about that. That I'll explain you by doing graph. So why are we using graphs? We are using graph for simple representation of data. Correct? Simple representation of data. Now what we will do is, why should we plot distance time graphs? Why should we plot velocity time graphs? What is the need of plotting distance? I will do only distance time graph and I'll leave you people for today. Okay. Why? What do you mean by distance time graph? Why should I plot a graph? What is the need of plotting a graph for these quantities? Very, 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 very important. If you understand, it's very simple. I'll explain you. Now I'll give you a data. You people try to write along with me. I'll show you the data. We'll plot now. Many people ask me, in exam, do we need graph to plot this? Usually in the exam, I usually don't ask students to bring any graph to plot because whatever graphs you get in physics, you can approximately put your scale on the white paper itself. I don't think that is that complicated. So you can do it on your white paper also. Now what you people will do, you do along with me. You people plot the graph along with me. Later I will tell you why should we go for a graph. Okay, now this is my data. I hope you can see, right? You can see. Leave about this statement, object moving with uniform motion. Forget about this statement for some time. I will explain you that later. Okay. Now this is my graph. This is my data. You need data to plot a graph, right? Now my point here is position is nothing but distance. Don't get confused. Position is nothing but distance. Now, this is the data of an object. This is the data of an object. Yes, meters, distance is given, time is given. Now I have to plot a distance time graph, DT graph. I'm telling you again, one question is compulsory from graph. There will be no question paper without graph. Okay, now I have to plot a DT graph, distance time graph with this data. Let's start doing. We'll start doing it now. Okay, Dheeraj was saying, why did I take number of overs? Now you tell me here, what should I take? I told that independent variables should be taken on x-axis. Now what quantity will come on x-axis? Time. Okay, am I right? Time should only come on x-axis because time is an independent variable. Either you sleep, either you eat, either you run, either a person dies.
24 hours.
Yeah. So time will not stop, right? Time is an independent variable. Whatever you do, time has no problem. It will do its job. Time will always move. Time will always do its job. So time is an independent variable. So I will take time on x-axis. Clear? So always in whichever graph you might plot, always time only will come on x-axis because it is an independent variable. Now, distance is not an independent variable. No, distance will depend upon time. So distance is a dependent variable here. Yes, distance covered will depend on various factors. Understood? So time on x-axis, position or distance on my y-axis. Okay, position or distance on my y-axis. Clear? That is it clear? Till now is it clear? Why are we taking them on particular axis? Y and x done now. Now let's do it. Time 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. Quickly do it. 1, 2, 3, 4. Clear? Now let's go to the distance. 0 is the 6, 12, 18, 24. Difference is same, no? I can take them directly, no? 6, 12, 18. All of them are multiples of 6. No, all of them are multiples of 6. So I can take it directly, no? I need not go for 5, 10, 15, 20. Because every number here is a multiple of 6. So I can go because the difference between numbers is same. Okay, 6, 12, 18, 24. Clear? Now let me plot the graph. It's very simple. Now I will tell you something at the end of this graph, which is very important. So this is very simple. 0, 0 will come here. Time 1, distance 6. This will come here. 2, 12. You know how to plot graph. Basic idea you have. Did you study graphs anytime till now? You have studied or not? Tell me.
Yes.
That did very good then. Okay, so 3, 18. Yes, 4 to 24. Done. So now I'll join all the points. Very good. Leave it for some time. Leave it. Now my question is, look at the data for 10 seconds and tell me whether this data represents uniform motion or non-uniform motion. Look at it very carefully. What is the definition?
Uniform.
Very good. Now I'll repeat the definition of uniform motion for people who are not getting it. Okay. Uniform motion means in equal intervals of time, equal distance is covered. Am I right? In equal intervals of time, equal distance is covered. Now, if you see here, 1 to 2 seconds, 1 second is the time. Distance covered is 6 meters. 2 to 3, 1 second, again 6 meters covered. 3 to 4, 1 second, again 6 meters covered. Uniform motion. Now, very, very, very important MCQ question. What is the question? I'll tell you now. What is the nature of graph for uniform motion? Answer me. What is the nature of graph for uniform motion? Answer.
The diagonal line.
No.
Straight line.
No. Straight line passing through the origin. Understood? What? Come again?
Actually, just joined because I listened.
I'm saying that this data is for uniform motion, right? Because in the same intervals of time, same distance has been covered. Yes. So in the exam, so this is the graph for this data. How is the graph looking here? It's a straight line passing through the origin. Now you people don't be under the impression that straight line means this only. No, I told you many times. This is also a straight line. This is also a straight line. This is also a straight. Am I right? Am I right? Yes. Because you will not use any diagonal line will explain this kind of things. No, it's a straight line passing through the origin. So the nature of graph for uniform motion is very important. This came minimum 3 times last year in the exam. Yes, the nature of the graph for uniform motion is a straight line passing through the origin. Okay, a straight line passing through the origin. Now, very good, Kirtiman. This is very easy now. What is so tough in this? I will tell you what is tough in this. Very good, very easy now. Very, very, very easy. Now, I don't know whether you know some concepts of graph, but I'll teach you now. Okay, so this is uniform motion. Very good, very happy. Now, I have a point here. Anyone try to help me out? No, I am getting, why are they unnecessarily wasting time here? I don't know. I have one. Utrecht, if you can answer me, please try to answer.
Yes,
Can you hear
ma'am.
me? Utrecht, now I have all the data in here, no? At 0, it's 0. At 1 second, it's 6 meters. 2, it's 12. Then what is the need of plotting the graph? Because whatever I have represented in the graph is already there for me in the data. Then why am I wasting time to plot a graph? Are we jobless to plot a graph based on the data already given? Valid question, no? Is my question valid? Because
Yes, ma'am.
whatever in the
Yes.
data plotting, that only, no? Why are we wasting time? Shoya, tell me, are we wasting time, or is it anyway useful for us?
No,
No, no.
ma'am.
Not useful.
Why you want to calculate also? Just sit here, arms and relax.
Then why are we doing it? There is a logic here.
Don't
There is
do.
a logic. We have to do, Shoya. Why
Make
we
it
have
look
to?
neat.
No, not about
Oh
neatness.
my
Because
god. Ma'am, for us, the basic reason is only to get marks.
no, for you it might be,
Ma'am,
but
it's a
I'm
no,
easier
we can know,
representation.
no, not easier
just by
representation.
looking at it, we can tell. Just if we look at it, we can know the acceleration, the velocity, and if it's a uniform or a non-uniform motion.
That is there.
Also,
That I
it's
have to know.
easily.
That is not. Shall I tell you the answer? Now, surely you know, Utrecht, correct. No, I'll tell. I'll ask you something. You try to answer it. No, you don't look at the graph. You don't look at the graph. Okay. You just answer me one thing here. Okay. My question to you is at 2.5 seconds. Utrecht, you're getting my question? Yes.
Yes,
Yes.
ma'am.
At 2.5 seconds, you don't look at the graph. Please don't look at the graph. At
Hmm.
2.5 seconds, yes, what is the position? What is the distance? Can you tell me from the data?
15 meters.
From where are you telling that?
Ma'am, because for 1 it is 6, for 2 it will be 12. So for 2 plus 0.5, so 0.5 will be 3. So 12 plus 3 equal to 15.
Oh, you came like that? Then wait now. Okay. Utrecht, don't you think in these type of cases where I ask at 2.6, if I ask at 2.75, what will you do? If I ask you, now in that, Shaurya, we are not jobless, right? We are doing it for some purpose. If
Time
you
pass.
plot graph, you can know the intermediate distance, you can know the intermediate speed, you can know yes, you can get the values in between any point of time. Am I right? We are not jobless, we are not doing it unnecessarily. Utrecht, am I right?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, we are plotting graph because from data you will get only at a particular point of time. If I want at 3.25 seconds, if my graph is there, I can easily plot my coordinates and tell what is happening. We are not jobless, we are not doing it without any purpose. Utrecht, I hope you got it.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, that is the advantage of plotting the graph. Yes, from data you get the information only at a particular point of time. You don't get the data in between the journey at any point. So can I say that? Can I frame this statement? Yes, graph will give you the information at any particular point of the journey. That's my statement, right? Graph will give you the data at any particular moment of time in the journey.
Yes, ma'am.
Perfect. This
Yes,
data
ma'am.
will not give me. This data will not give me. This data will give me only at 1, 2, 3, and 4 seconds. Right? Understood the motto of plotting the graph. Yes, many people think like that. Why are we unnecessarily plotting? Because everything is already there. This is the motto of plotting. Understood? Hopefully everyone got it. Because anything which you are doing, you should know why are we doing it. I hope everyone is now. I will plot the graph again. I'll just take 5 minutes and explain you very important thing about graph. You people understood few points. I know that. Now
Ma'am.
what? Yes, dear.
Ma'am, so like it is a like it's not going in random acceleration, right? So
It's uniform. It is.
it's
That's it. One thing I'll tell you. It is not for that. It is for everyone. Never talk about acceleration in distance time because distance and time will not tell you anything about acceleration. They will tell only about velocity or speed. Understood? Understood? So distance time graph will give you information about velocity or speed, not acceleration. Not acceleration. Because that is why I will tell you. Why not I will tell you. Just give me 5 minutes, you will understand. Okay, now 18.4. Yes, I got a very beautiful graph of straight line passing through the origin. Now, What is this line? I plotted the graph, very beautiful. I plotted a graph between distance and time. What should I get? No, I'll tell you, just give me 1 minute, I'll explain you. Now I have taken distance on y, time on x. I got a line. I got a line which is passing through the origin. What does this line indicate?
Speed.
Very good. Very, very, very good. It indicates speed. Now, why speed? How speed? I will tell. Okay, now, what is the formula for speed? Speed is equal to distance divided by time. Am I right? Speed is equal to distance divided by time. Now, I don't know how many of you people know this is slope of the graph. Am I right? Yes. Whatever you get by taking the x-axis and y-axis and you plot something, don't we call this as slope of the graph? Am I right? Yes or no? Is it not slope of the graph? No. Yes or no? You know what is slope of the graph, and you tell me, otherwise I'll explain. No problem. Arey, don't put your faces like that. Do you know what is slope of a graph?
No,
Yes or no?
Just going like that.
I'll explain. Okay, now I'll enjoy you have part and wait. Okay. Very good. Oh, very good. Okay, listen now. What is slope means? For any graph, you have x-axis and y-axis. So taking both the coordinate, x coordinate and y coordinate, you get a line, right? Either it might be parabola, hyperbola, straight, and whatever it might be. But you get something, for example, say, okay, you get a graph like this. You might get a graph like this. Yes, you might get a graph like this. Yes, whatever might be the shape of the graph. But using the x coordinate and using the y coordinate, you get a line, right? You either it might be a straight line or a random line, a curved line, but you get a line. Yes, am I right? Am I right? We get a line. Yeah, am I right? We will get definitely a line, no? Either it might be curved or straight, you will get a line. Now, the line, yes, which we get by taking the coordinate and you plot a line, this is called the slope of the graph. This is called the slope of the graph. Now, how to do? Yes, yes, slope is represented by alphabet M. Yes, slope is represented by alphabet M. Slope of any graph is represented by alphabet M, and M is equal to x y-axis divided by x-axis. Please make a note. Slope is equal to x-axis divided by y-axis. Yes, this is the slope of a graph, and slope of the graph is equal to y-axis divided by x-axis. That is the reason this chapter takes a lot of time. Now you people understood. That's understood why this chapter will take a lot of time because we have to go from the basics.
Formulas.
Formulas, and we have to go everything from the basics because this is the topic is like that. Okay, understood. So slope is equal now. Please you tell me. Now I told that slope is equal to y-axis divided by x-axis. Now here I can say no. Slope is equal to now here this line is the slope. I told that slope is equal to y divided by x-axis. So now can I say that slope is equal to what is my y-axis? Distance.
Distance.
Very good. What is my x-axis?
Time.
Understood. So my slope is giving me d by t. That's right. My slope is giving me d by t because slope is equal to y-axis divided by x-axis. My slope is giving me d by t. This d by t is nothing but speed. This question has been asked in the final exam last year. What does the slope of distance time graph indicate? Slope of the distance time graph will give you speed. Clear? Repeat. I don't know how many times I asked this question. I think if you see last 5 years papers for physics, this question will be there minimum 10 times. Yes, slope of distance time graph will give you speed of that particular object. Clear or not? Please ask me. This is very important because if I'm not wrong, this graph for motion you will have up to grade 12 continuation. Now you have distance time and velocity, then you will have acceleration time graph. Basics are very important. Please understand. Okay. So now can I say if slope is equal to y-axis divided by x-axis, if slope is equal to distance divided by time, then slope is equal to speed, no? So can I say that slope is giving me speed? Slope is giving me speed. Now what you people will do is very, very good. Now I will plot a particular graph. I'll plot any random graph. Now what I will ask you to calculate something, you calculate and then. Okay. Shall I stop sharing this? Been understood what is slope? Yes. I don't know how many of you know this formula. Actually, y is equal to mx. This is the basic equation for all the graphs which have straight line. Which have straight line. Y is equal to mx plus c. You use for parabola and hyperbola kind of thing, where plus c will be the intercept. You leave it, that much is not needed for. Okay, but y is equal to mx, so m is equal to y by x. That's it. Where m is the slope of the graph. This you apply for straight line graphs. That much is not needed. If you said that you don't have in math also some least for that. Okay, done. Clear till now. Only thing I'll explain. You try to do solve something. Okay, then you will understand how much you have understood. Okay, I'll just plot a random graph and you have to do something from that. This is the last thing. I'll leave you after that. Don't put your faces like that. Okay, this is physics. We can't help. Okay, I'll plot a graph. I'll tell you what to calculate. Don't worry. Okay, just plot the graph along with me. You don't need any graph paper. You don't need any graph paper. Don't worry. You will not get such complicated things where you have to use a real graph paper. Not needed. If you have graph papers, they are the job. No, you have, then you can use. No issues. Now I'm plotting a graph. Please have a look at the graph and try to find out what I'm asking. Okay.
Should
Time
we
always.
rejoin after this period?
How much time is left?
2 minutes.
Leave it there. If it is 2 minutes, unnecessarily coming to ask something else. Okay. We will do new. There are many numericals based on graphs. Actually, many numericals which we will do. I thought I'll finish graphs today, but it never goes according to plan. Though I'm taking 1 hour 15 minutes. From tomorrow, I
And
can't.
that's why I don't plan anything.
It is not going according to plan also, no. I know, don't be surprised if you people will join on Monday and Tuesday also. Not a big surprise. Because in distance time graph, there are 3 types of graphs. Each graph will take 10 to 15 minutes. In velocity time will take 2 hours. We need 2 hours for velocity time. Very complicated. Yes, very, very, very complicated. Okay, I'll not take more time, don't worry. Tomorrow, actually, the problem is I have 9B tomorrow, so I don't know how to plan. Okay. You people please join on time so that I have to leave your class at 10.
Ma'am.
Yes,
ma'am, can you keep class tomorrow after 1, ma'am? Please, ma'am.
I will be very happy because I have 9B tomorrow. But I don't know after when I have to ask Sambalika ma'am. Yes. No, you will sleep. Okay. No, actually my problem is tomorrow I have to take for 9B. So I don't know when to take for them and when to take for you. So I'm just thinking about it. For 9B, I'll be taking till 7th. May 7th. So I will plan accordingly. Next week I can't take 9A because grade 10 is waiting. They're looking at me with a lot of anger that I'm not teaching them. So next week, Siddhant, done Siddhant, bye Siddhant. I will inform you that this will end. You will. Wait. You need not join again because I will not put you in any confusion. You need not join again. Tomorrow, can you please join at 9:45? There is a small request. Any possibility to join?
Yes, ma'am, I can.
Very good. Prathamesh, why are you looking? Prathamesh, is the concept clear, please? Siddhant, yes. No, yeah, I'll start this meeting again. If anyone has doubts, you can join back. Or else you can just leave. Okay?
Thank you, ma'am.
What? Siddhant, ma'am. 9B. Double bond there. Physics and chemistry, we have a lot to finish. For you, I'll take, no problem. But for them, I'm taking at 11:15, so I have to leave you people at 11:10 sharp. Okay, done.